Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of From the Shore, the official online video of the Skaneateles Journal. I'm, as always, editor Jonathan Monfiletto, and this is
reporter Christopher Malone. How's everyone doing today?
I was going to ask the same thing, but I was kind of waiting for you to say it.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're going to...
I'm start finishing each other's sentences now.
So we hope everyone's having a good afternoon. Skaneateles Journal, of course, came out yesterday, and on the front cover we have a feature from Chris on the First Cup Coffee Cafe in Marcellus. So if you're looking for a place to go for a cup of coffee or a breakfast sandwich, I guess that's the place to go, Chris.
It is the place to go. Yeah, people were talking in at one of the board meetings and said there's no place in Marcellus to get breakfast. And of course, Councilor Karen Pollard said, "What do you mean about this?" And so her and I were talking after the meeting and agreed to go in and do a little piece on the First Cup. And it's a great little place. It's nice, it's cozy, and the food's made from scratch. It can't go wrong with home baked, made from scratch baked goods.
Yeah, it sounded pretty neat. Like you said, it's made from scratch, and Karen and her daughters work there. I liked. I think one of the daughters mentioned it's kind of like Cheers. That you go there and everyone knows your name, and it sounds like a neat place. There's a lot of neat places like that in our communities that we get to cover, and it's just another feature and another place to go. So, and another place to go, at least for a group of men in Skaneateles, is the Hilltop Restaurant, right on Route 20 there as you head into the village going east. And Chris was there yesterday. No, Tuesday. 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And that store just went online today, this morning, and there was a little birthday party going on. Well, a big birthday party.
Yeah, Mr. Langley turned 97 years old, and a couple of them, Dick Trumpeter, who his birthday was back in March, he turned 90. So the majority of them were in their 90s. There's a couple 80-year-olds, and it's just, they were great. It's their normal, regular, weekly outing to go to the Hilltop on Tuesdays for lunch. There's
so many things I really like about that story, as I told you, Chris. And if you're watching this video, you're already on our website, skaneatelesjournal.com. So finish watching this and then go click on that story. It's really neat. But one thing that I really liked was that the guys talked about, we talk to each other during the week by phone or just seeing each other or whatever, but we don't miss this weekly chances to hang out, no matter if it's been 1 hour or 1 day since we last saw each other. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it's really kind of put things into perspective with my life. I'm sure you're the same way, but it's my friends and I. Growing up, we of course hung out, but we'd always have our own little rituals to go to Tully's or somewhere near I went to Western Tennessee High School, somewhere nearby to just hang out, get food, and just talk outside of school.
Sure. Yeah, that was for me. It was especially summers when I was in high school. My friends and I were always going to the bowling alley, and then when we hit college, come home on breaks. First thing you do when you get home, well, first you say hi to your mom, of course. And,
yeah.
Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. She came over for Easter dinner, but you say hi to your mom, and you call your friends and say, hey, let's meet up at the bowling alley. So it's kind of cool that these guys, obviously well ahead of us in years, are still carrying that on with their friends. Hopefully, maybe in 60 years, that'll be you and I hanging down at Hilltop, or maybe First Cup, or we'll be telling our stories about
writing.
In this case, it was World War II for them. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, a whole bunch of different stories. They're talking about families and their grandkids and just razzing each other. I think the best part is just ripping it.
Yeah, I noticed that there was I think a quote where Chris had started describing some of the food they get, and Mr. Langley was kind of talking about that. And then one of the other friends jumps in and says, hey, who made you boss? Or something along those lines. It was
like
kind of
neat.
And then another time there was a guy in the group who was 85, and he's the young kid in the group, Mr. Langley says. So that was a pretty neat read. You should go check it out. And I was telling Chris after I read the story that in a couple of his blogs on the From the Shore blog, sometimes he poses a question based on whatever topic he's writing about. And I kind of wanted to do that today with Chris. And my question is, what would be your old man stories, I like to call it? And I was telling Chris that mine that I'm going to tell my grandchildren someday is the day I passed my road test, now more than 10 years ago. the day I passed my road test and got my license, gas was $1.94 a gallon. And we thought that was expensive. So even though gas has kind of dropped down in the past few months, it's still obviously higher than it was then. So that's kind of what I look forward to telling my grandchildren, just kind of.
Yeah, mine would have to be, because I'm a big movie fan, movie prices. Back when I was in high school, they were probably around $5 or $6.
Oh yeah.
To go see a major feature film. Now you can't get it under $10.
Oh yeah, it's
pretty
tough.
steep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then popcorn, that's another added $7 or $8.
Popcorn and soda.
You're taking out another mortgage just to go see a movie. That's
All right. Well, what you got going on next week?
Oh, there's a whole listing of things. We have Dustin's already story coming up that has not been released yet.
It is online. It's not
Yes.
like you said, it hasn't been in the print paper yet, but definitely look forward to putting that up.
We have I have Spafford Town Board tonight. I'm talking with Mary Bean about a court case about code enforcement going on in the town of Spafford, and then afterwards they have their board meeting. What else is going on? I'll be popping my head into Skaneateles 300. The business after hours is going to be taking place there in a couple of weeks on Wednesday, and I'd like to get a little bit more feel of who they are, what they sell, and why it's going to be held there. How about you?
Well, of course, I've got Skaneateles Village Board tonight, which is kind of weird because I just had it Monday for their annual meeting, but this will be the regular meeting, and I look forward to probably hearing more about the Village Hall project they're going to start this summer as far as the landscaping. Of course, the budget's big, as you know. This is the village budget season. Tomorrow, actually, I'm going out to Affinity Farm in Skaneateles. Nice. There's a young girl from Marcellus who is on an equestrian team and is heading to a national competition in Florida at the end of this month. So I'll get to hang out with her, talk to her, and check out the horses and talk to the owner. And I'm pretty excited for that. It's kind of a different story than I've ever done before, so I'm looking forward to that.
Are you going to ride the horses? That's the question.
I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll let me tomorrow, but it would be kind of cool. I've never ridden a horse before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Have you?
Yeah. The first time I rode a horse actually bucked me off.
Oh, wow. You were unintentionally in the rodeo.
Yeah, I was on the Good thing my uncle and my father were right there, so they came over and caught me before I fell, but it was quite the experience.
How old were you?
Oh, I had been maybe 9,
Oh,
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've never been on a horse, but speaking of getting bucked off, I did ride for my high school graduation, our all-night party, they had a mechanical bull.
Oh, really?
So speaking of getting bucked off, I sure did back then too. So, well, we could keep telling stories, but we'll let you go for now.